Good morning and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there watching on YouTube. My name is Pedro Claudio, and I'll be bringing your play-by-play today here live from Carl Smith Sports Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oklahoma Drive getting ready to play an elimination bracket at the Scissortail Classic here in Tulsa. Their opponent today, this first game, is Oklahoma Athletics 2010 Best, a team we have not played before. So we'll get our first look at this team. And work our way through this matchup. As I said earlier, it is the elimination bracket. So a loss will eliminate any team the remainder of this tournament. And for the 13th time in 14 games, Oklahoma Drive loses a coin toss and is the visiting team. At some point, Oklahoma Drive's got to be the home team. Let's go over the offensive starting lineup for Oklahoma Drive in this contest against Oklahoma A's 2010 Best. Leading off is Peyton Johnson, batting second, Brecken Franks. Addison Driscoll bats third, Bella Lanya cleans up. Tessa Claudio bats fifth, and Natalie Silva bats sixth. Jordan Barfield bats seventh. Bella K. Johnston is a designated player, batting eighth. Piper Poff bats ninth, and Mia Wardwell is the catcher and in the flex position for this contest. So Brecken reaches on error. Peyton's able to advance to third. And in the top of the first, there's runners at first and third, nobody out. Addison Driscoll coming to the plate. First pitch to Addison. Up high for a ball. Brecken advances to second on defensive indifference. It is not a steal. So Addison ahead in the count 1-0. That pitch called a strike on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. Sorry for any technical difficulties. The camera decided to disconnect. Up high, all the way home. Peyton's coming home, and she's in safely. So Peyton gets in on the wild pitch home, and it's 1-0 Oklahoma Drive here in the top of the first inning. While the umpire's cleaning off the play, we'll say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thanks for joining us. We're hoping you're having a great day. So Addie now at the plate, ahead in the count, 2-1. Reckon that's outside. It's 3-1. Reckon at third, Addie way ahead in the count, 3-1. Come on, Addie. She awaits. That's up high. Ball 4, and Addison gets on base. It's going to bring up Bella. Something is going on with the connection today. Hope it does not continue. We're going to keep pressing on. I have no idea why it's acting this way. They were looking to see if Brecken would start to head home. She did not. 1-0 the count to Bella. Bounces in. Nice stop by the catcher to keep the runners at second and third. So Bella heading the count 2-0. Up high, 3-0. And Oklahoma Athletics is one pitch away from walking the bases loaded. So a 3-0 count coming. Drive sporting their new black with white pinstripes uniforms, head to toe. That pitch called a ball, and the bases are loaded for Tessa Claudio.
Now batting, number 2, Tessa Claudio.
Go, Tessa.
We're going to take a timeout as Coach for Athletics wants time. We're going to give it. The huddle in the mound breaks up, and everybody's going to their places. So the base is loaded, nobody out, 1 run already in. Tessa at the plate. Up high for the first pitch, it's 1-0. Tessa will rarely help the opposing pitcher. She's got a very disciplined strike zone. That pitch was on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Not her pitch. At least not the pitch she wanted to swing at. One pitch coming. Up high. 2-1. Brecken at third. Addison at second. Bella at first. Hit on the ground through the hole. 1 run's going to be in. 2 runs are coming in. And Tessa's got an RBI single. And it's now 3-0. Oklahoma Drive in the top of the first. That ball sounds dead.
It did. That's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check the ball.
Sounded like a mush ball.
That ball sounded weird. You agree, but it's a softball.
We're going to have a pitching change here. Drive up 3-0. Now everybody's looking at the ball. Drive. Tessa punched it between first and second base, allowing both Brecken and Addison to score. It's now 3-0. And Drive continues to play on the energy that they found last night. Last night, in the game against Prime Fast Pitch, there you go. That ball got thrown out just now. Yep.
That's what he said.
In a game last night against Oklahoma Prime, the Prime coach continued to argue about how Bella Lanye was coming off the circle, off the rubber. And for the first time, that galvanized the team. They started showing energy. And since that time, they have been acting like a team. They did fall in that game 8-7, but that energy continues today. And it looks like that's going to be the turning point, we hope it is, for this season. After an 8-game winless streak, they broke it in a contest against Oklahoma Athletics Select 2012.
We got number 10 pitching.
And now they continue to have some energy this morning. Love to see it. Natalie steps into the box now with the new pitcher. Tessa at first, Bella at third. First pitch, strike. And nobody gets the ball. They throw it into center field. And Tessa gets to second. Bella comes home on the throw into center. 4-0 Oklahoma Drive. So what should have been defensive indifference ends up being an error and allows Drive another run to score. That ball gets away from the catcher. Tessa's going to go to third. So now, still nobody out. Natalie at the plate, Tessa at third, and Drive's looking for a humongous inning. There is a no-run limit rule here in this tournament. That's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. What Drive cannot be doing now is striking out. There's a runner at third, less than 2 outs. They've got to get that runner home. Bounces in. Nice stop by the catcher. Keeps Tessa at third. The count goes to 2-2. Two. Swung on the ground. They throw to first. They did not get her. That's going to be a single, and Tessa comes around to score. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. The umpire called her safe, and Natalie's aboard with an infield single. It's now 5-0 Oklahoma Drive. As I was saying earlier, in many of the tournaments Oklahoma Drive plays in, there's a 6-run per inning rule. That does not exist here. First pitch to Jordan. Down low for a ball, 1-0. Drive has Athletics on the ropes early, and they need to keep adding runs. Swung on a miss for a strike. The count moves to 1-1. So 5 are already on the board without recording a single out. Drive looking to add more to it. Driven into left center field. That's going to go down for a hit. Keep going, Natalie. Now it dies out in the outfield, and she stops at third. She's coming home. She's going to have to slide. They got her out at home. So a long double and an out at home. Puts Jordan above at second. But Natalie becomes the first out of the inning, getting tagged out at home on a play where likely she should have just stayed at third. One away. And Bella Kay Johnston comes to the plate. First pitch, right down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Swung on a miss for a strike. Ball gets away from the catcher. And Jordan's able to advance to third. So Bella Kay down in the count 0-2. Jordan now at third. That's on the corner for strike three. And Bella Kay goes down looking. So Piper Poff comes to the plate, the ninth batter to come to the plate this inning. Now there's two away. First pitch to Piper, in for a ball, 1-0. Bounces in. Nice stop by the catcher. That keeps Jordan at third. Count moves to 2-0. Piper can reach. The top of the order starts over. Changeup gets her swinging foul. Count moves to 2-1. Piper fouled it off her left foot, it looks like. She's trying to walk it off. Late swing and miss. Evens the count at 2-2. So Deuces Wild bounces in. Another nice stop by the catcher. Count moves to 3-2. It's a full count. Jordan at third. Piper at the plate. 3-2. Swung on, hit in the air. Somebody going to get it? And the first baseman does. That ends the inning. Drive picks up 5 runs. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Drive ahead. 5-0. This is Oklahoma Drive. 2K10 softball. Let's go over the defensive alignment for Oklahoma Drive in this contest against Oklahoma A's 2010 best. In the circle and pitching is Addison Driscoll. Behind the plate catching, Mia Wardwell. Tessa Claudio at first. Jordan Barfield at second. Bella Lanye at shortstop. Piper Poff at third. Natalie Silva's in left. Peyton Johnson's in center. And Brecken Franks is in right. That is the defensive alignment for Oklahoma Drive in this contest against Oklahoma A's 2010 best. Warm-up pitches are over. Addison comes in for her first action of the day with a 5-run lead. As I said before, these are 75-minute bracket play games, and we're playing until about 10:07. First pitch from Addison. Bounces in, and we're underway in the bottom of the first. Another one gets away from her, bounces in. It's 2-0. With 5 runs, Addison's got some room to work with. However, this is an elimination game. The drive has to play with a level of urgency on the field. 2-0 the count. Swung on, hit on the ground to Piper. She picks it up. Throws to Tessa. Gets the out. 1 away. Nice job by Piper Poff to get a nice throw out there to Tessa for the first out of the inning. Left-hander comes to the plate. First pitch. Attempts something of a slap. It's fouled back behind Mia. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Slapped again to Addison. Picks it up, throws it to Tessa for the second out of the inning. 2 away. So 2 up and 2 down quickly for Oklahoma Athletics 2010 best. And the 3-hitter comes to the plate. Hit on the ground, third. Piper picks it up, throws it to Tessa. 1, 2, 3. Oklahoma Athletics go down. We go to the top of the second inning. Drive leads Oklahoma A's 5-0. This Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. We pick up action here in the top of the second inning. Top of the lineup for Oklahoma Drive. First pitch to Peyton. Out of the zone for a ball, 1-0. One-zero pitch, just low, 2-0. Drive needs to make this game as easy as possible to keep their pitching fresh for an all-day marathon if needed. 3-0. That's at the knees for a strike. It's 3-1. So a 3-1 pitch coming to Peyton Johnson. On the inside corner.
You have to hit them low ones.
On the inside corner at the knees for a strike. It's 3-2. Waiting for something she can drive. Hit on the ground a second. Picks it up. Throws the first for the out. One away.
Now batting number 99.
So Brecken comes to the plate with one away. First pitch to Brecken, fouled to the left side. Loud foul, out of play. It's 0-1. Here at Carl Smith Sports Complex. Long field dimensions, 300 to the fences for intramural play. Driven into right field. She's under it. 2 away.
Now batting.
There's something floating around it.
There is for sure. Brecken flies to right field for the second out of the inning, and that brings up Addison. First pitch to Addison, foul to the backstop. It's 0-1. Drive in command at 5-0, but definitely want to add some runs to it. Swung on, caught by the second baseman. Drive goes down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Drive continues to lead Oklahoma A's 2010 best 5-0. This Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball.
Let's puff it out!
We move to the bottom of the second inning. Drive continues to lead Oklahoma A's by a score of 5-0. Addison Driscoll getting ready for her second inning of action. A lot of attention going in a circle to the little trench that's being dug out in front of the rubber. First pitch at the letters for a strike. It's 0-1. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-1.
Well, the lines are gone.
Swung on a miss again. Makes the count 1-2.
Yeah.
Ball gets out of the hand a little bit wild. It's 2-2. Fouled off to the left side. Count stays at 2-2. Umpire was actually offering a dry ball in case it was wet. Swung on, fouled again to the left side. Count stays at 2-2. Natalie getting a lot of work over in the left field alley there. Fence line only extends about 60 feet after the dirt on both sides, so a ball could become real havoc and get outside of the fence line. 2-2. Up high for 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ooh. She was still in the batter's box when it hit her. Count stays at 3-2. Good pitch by Addison Driscoll. 3-2 pitch. That's outside. Leadoff batter's aboard. That's the first base runner allowed by Oklahoma Drive pitching today. So the leadoff runner aboard for Oklahoma Athletics. Drive has to play a little bit of defense. First pitch. Popped in the air. Somebody's got to call it. Addie's got it for the first out of the inning. Good job by the team to actually talk and make sure they knew who was going to get the ball. One away. This is where I wish I could add a graphic that says teamwork and have a little rainbow show up on the screen. First pitch. Out of the zone. It's 1-0. Low again. 2-0.
One pitch right here.
2-0 count. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Count moves to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Hit it in the middle and through center field for a hit. Runners advance 60 feet. And with one away, there's runners now at first and second. Hit on the ground to third, shortstop. Ball gets away. And runner's able to advance and score. Tessa. So a bad choice by a fielder's choice results in a run coming across, and runners now at first and third. The ball was thrown to second. It got past Jordan into right field. The runner came around to score. There may have been some defensive interference that would have been called anyway. Shows bunt. The runner at first advances to second on the ball. It is not a steal. But Oklahoma A's do have a run aboard at 5-1, only one away, and runners now at second and third. At the knees for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. One count. Hit on the ground, foul, 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 foul. Count moves to 1-2. Coach for Oklahoma Athletics getting on to his runner at third for not moving faster down the line. 1-2 pitch coming. Change up, a little bit high. It's 2-2. That one got away from her too. It's now 3-2. That pitch called outside for a ball, and that's going to load the bases. Drive's going to play in and play for the out at home if they get something on the ground. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Count is 0-1. Get the ball. That could have become disastrous. Got to have crisp throws everywhere, every play. Swung on, hit in the air. Brecken's under it. Got to go home. So that goes down as a sac fly. Brecken picks up the ball for a second out. Oklahoma A's pick up a run at 5-2. Runners are still at second and third with 2 away. That first pitch called on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. The 1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Peyton's under it. She gets the third out. That ends the inning. Drive gets themselves in some trouble, only give up 2 runs. We move to the top of the third inning. Drive leads 5-2. This Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. We move into the top of the third inning. Bella Lanye, Tessa Claudio, Natalie Silva all due up this inning.
Go, Bella.
Bella waiting for that first pitch. And it's low, 1-0. Still 33 minutes left in this contest from my calculation. Hit on the ground is second. She picks it up, throws it to first for the out, one away. So after Drive got 5 runs with nobody out in the top of the first inning, they have gone down 7 in a row now. First pitch to Tessa coming. At the knees for a strike, it's 0-1. Low 1 pitch to Tessa. Bounces in. Count evens at 1-1. With over 30 minutes left in this contest, Drive needs to find their hitting again. 1-1 pitch. Bounces in again, 2-1. Up high, 3-1. Three-one pitch coming to Tessa Claudio. Up high, and that's ball 4. So Tessa draws a walk. She had a 2 RBI single in the first inning. That's the first base runner for Oklahoma Drive since the first inning. So Natalie steps into the box with Tessa at first. One away. Shows bunt. Tries to get it down, but fouls it to the backstop. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on a miss for a strike. 0-2. Natalie down in the count. Got a battle. Pops it up. Caught by the second baseman. Tessa's at first. 2 away. So Jordan comes to the plate. Last time up, she drilled one to left center field for a double. First pitch to Jordan up high for a ball, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Bounces in. Nice stop by the catcher. Keeps Tessa at first. 2-0. Hit on the ground. Into the hole at short. Going to have to make a long throw, but she can't make it. That's an infield single. So Jordan's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. She's halfway to the cycle.
Number 20, Stella Johnson.
So Bella Kay comes to the plate. Umpire calls time to wipe the plate down. Tessa's at second. Jordan's at first. Bella Kay coming to the plate. Here we go, B. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. It's called a strike. Tessa looked absolutely confused on the base paths as to what she was doing. She got halfway to third and then went back. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Shortstop's all laying up. Everybody's going to be safe. Another infield single for Drive, and the bases are now loaded with Piper Paw coming to the plate.
Go Piper.
First pitch to Piper, down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1 at the knees.
Yeah, he did.
Piper's looking to come through with a big hit here. 0-1 pitch. That's at the waist. 0-2.
Got a swing.
So Piper down in the count 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Tessa at third, Jordan at second, Bella Kay at first. Piper Poff at the plate.
I know. Those were close.
It's 2-2. That's all I'm going to say. Hit on the ground to short. She picks it up, throws to first. High, but she keeps her feet on the ground. A 2-out rally comes up short. Drive doesn't score. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Drive continues to lead Oklahoma A's by a score of 5-2. This Oklahoma Drive 2K10 softball. We move into the bottom of the third inning. Drive leads Oklahoma A's by a score of 5-2. Everybody is literally trying to get that thing filled up by the rubber. Umpire trying to move that huddle along. They take forever in that huddle.
What?
When they huddle up at the circle. First pitch from Addison. Down low for a ball, 1-0. Pitch. She wanted it. Didn't swing at it. It's 2-0. The next pitch is fouled. It's 2-1. Coach Garrett telling team they've got to move. Two one. Hit on the ground. Piper gets it. Throws to first. Tessa gets it. One away. Nice throw by Piper Poff to get it to Tessa for the first out. One away. She might have hit that pitch about 3 inches over the
ground.
Yeah. Somewhat impressive, but he got her out. One away. First pitch to the next batter. Down and in. 1-0. Yep. Coach for Oklahoma A's telling his team there is nothing wrong with a walk. It's 2-0. Bless you. Colin is flying high today here at Carl Smith Sports Complex in Tulsa. Ooh.
Real high.
That pitch was considered high. It's 3-0. That's high. Ball 4. So one out base runner has Oklahoma A's looking for a rally. Shows bunt. I don't know whether she didn't pull it back. It went over the plate. It's a strike. It's 0-1. Runner still at first. Low 1 pitch. Low for a ball. Count evens at 1-1. Runner at first got a little bit of a jump, but no throw from Mia to try to pick her off. 1-1 to count. Shows bunt. Drops it. Pretty decent bunt. It just went foul. 1-2. So now with 2 strikes, the bunt is presumably off. Slap hit on the ground, foul. Count stays at 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. The ball was in the dirt, but first base was occupied at the start of the pitch. And thus, with less than 2 outs, that is considered an automatic out. No throw necessary to first base. 2 away. So the 3-hitter comes to the plate. Gets all the way to the backstop. That hit the very front of the plate and popped right up. That's a wild pitch, allowing the runner to get to second. 1-0. Swung on a ground foul. Nice attempt by Piper to stop it. Count evens at 1-1. Bounces in, gets away from Mia. And the runner's able to advance to third on the pitch that made the count 2-1. Drive just needs one defensive out to get out of this inning. Hit on the ground. Foul. Just past the outstretched arm of Tessa.
Got this, Addie.
Hey, right here now. Let's go.
Deuces wild. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Oh. That pitch looked really close. Umpire just indicated it was high when it crossed the plate. That was his interpretation of the pitch. So the count goes full at 3-2. Hit on the ground. Addie picks it up. Throws it to Tessa for the out. That ends the inning. Nice stop by Addie. And that stopped a run from scoring. Oklahoma A's 2010 best does not score. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Drive continues to lead 5-2. This is Oklahoma Drive, 2K10 softball. We move into the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Peyton. Swung on early and fouled off to the right side. It's 0-1. Top of the lineup, Peyton, Brecken, Bella, all due up. I'm sorry, Addison, rather. That's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Right up the middle. The pitcher had to get out of the way, as that's a leadoff single for Peyton. First pitch to Brecken on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. We're trying to look up when this complex was built. Guesses range anywhere from the 50s to the 90s. That pitch called a ball. It's 1-1. Peyton's at first. If you have information on the history of Carl Smith Sports Complex, please feel free to add it in the chat. Hit on the ground a second. Trying to get Peyton. They did. So Peyton's out by the fielder's choice, 1 away. I know it's at least 40 plus years old, according to some of these news stories. Carl Smith Sports Complex. Addison Driscoll comes to the plate while we look for the history of Carl Smith Sports Complex. Shows bunt. That's called a strike. Nobody was covering that base. So a straight steal for Brecken Franks. Gets her to second base with an 0-1 count on Addison.
He died in 2008, Carl Smith.
That pitch called a strike on the outside corner. No way. This is not a 2008. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball, 1-2, while we debate when this sports complex was built. It's a 1-2 count to Addison. Addison stays alive with a foul ball. Why isn't there a Wikipedia on this? Hit on the ground to third. The out is made at first. Brecken's able to advance to third on the play. And there's two away with Bella coming to the plate. First pitch to Bella. Bounces in. Nice job by the catcher. She saved a few runs from scoring in this contest. It's 1-0. Fouled out of play. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1. Two and one. The pitch to Bella. Swung on and missed for a strike. It's 2-2. Two pitch. On the inside corner for strike 3. Bella goes down looking. Drive does not score. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Drive leads 5-2. There's 10 minutes approximately left.
left to win this to play it like one
At noon, yeah.
or noon.
The winner of this contest moves on to a 12 o'clock game against the winner of Oklahoma Prospects and Oklahoma Bombers that's going on right now on Field 7. There's less than 10 minutes left. Drive needs to play good defense here. That's got to be over the plate for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, doesn't matter how far you are. It's low.
Knees to the letters. Swung on a miss for strike 2. We're still looking for when this complex was opened up. Foul to the backstop. Count stays at 0-2.
Polo saved me.
The fence did save. 0-2 pitch coming. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Going to have to throw to first for the out. She's safe.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me. No way. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's off, man. Way off. She was out by that far.
Hit in the air. That's dropping for a hit. Throw it in. So after a third strike that was disputed, called safe, that pitch fouled out of play. It's 0-1. There's 6 minutes left on the clock, and Drive needs to play defense now and stop letting last inning collapses happen. Hit on the ground, up the middle for a hit. That's a single, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Drive clinging to the same 5 runs that they scored without an out in the top of the first, and they've done nothing since then. Hit on the ground to first. Somebody's got a cover. Nobody's out. It's now 5-3, and Garrett needs time. We're going to have a pitching change. And Drive has to be all in now. We're going to run out of time before another inning. It's 5-3. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. And Peyton Johnson coming in the pitch. Drive had a 5-0 lead. And have done nothing to get another run across since that time. And now they're facing a bases-loaded situation with the tying run at second base and the winning run at first. Drive has to avoid these late-inning collapses. There was a giant one last weekend at the El Gigante tournament. There was one yesterday, up 3 runs. against a 14A squad, and now up 3 runs in the last inning against a 14B squad. They've got the bases loaded and nobody out.
She doesn't have a face.
She does. They brought one to her. They brought one
I
to
know,
her.
but she doesn't have one. That's she's using somebody.
Oh.
Huh? It's not her. Darling. What? Because it's Piper. She took off and she doesn't have one.
First pitch. Up high for a ball, 1-0.
No, she's wearing.
So a 1-0 pitch with the bases loaded, nobody out, and Drive needs runs or outs at the plate. 2-0.
They'll tie it after.
No,
5-4.
5-3.
5-3.
That's a strike at the letters, 2-1.
Oh!
At the knees for a strike, makes it 2-2. And Peyton now in for the save at this point. Fouled. Count stays at 2-2. If there is a drop third strike, there is no way to advance. It would be an out. The Drive just needs to catch the ball cleanly in every chance. Up high, 3-2. Changeup doesn't go anywhere. That's high. And a run comes in. It's now 5-4. The game tying run is 60 feet away. They have to make a play at the plate on the ground. First pitch down low and in, 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air. Got to come home. Oh, it drops. And we throw it away, and that's going to be the ball game. What are we doing? That's it. Oklahoma Drive loses by a score of 6-5. And after having 5 runs with no outs in the top of the first, they collapse again. This is unbelievable. Drive is out of this tournament and has a lot to work on. Specifically late inning defense. Because it's failed them 3 times in the last 2 weeks. And they've got to come back and figure this out. Everybody enjoy your Mother's Day. Drive will be going home. We'll see you guys next time.